This video is about a 3-step formula for creating your most passionate and vibrant life. This formula comes from the book The Passion Test, The Effortless Path to Discovering Your Life Purpose. It's by Janet Atwood. And by passion, we mean a strong enthusiasm or desire for something. Your passions are the things you genuinely enjoy or are naturally attracted to or curious to explore, to learn, and to pursue. We're talking about your heart's desires. The premise of the book is that your passions are clues to your personal destiny or your life's mission. It says that by following them, you're playing your unique role in the world and that your life is joyful, delightful, exciting, and fulfilling. I call this living our dharma, the life we're meant to live. So the 3-step formula for manifesting or living your passions based on the book is intention, attention, and no tension. So let's see each step in more detail. The first step, intention, is about clarity. It's about clarifying your top passions. The book says, when you're clear, what you want will show up in your life, and only to the extent that you are clear. So for this step, you'll need a sheet of paper to do the passion test. At the top of the page, you can write, when my life is ideal, I am. Write down what's most important to you and what makes you or would make you the happiest person you could be. They can be things that you already have or things that you desire to have or desire to do or experience. There are a few things to consider when making a list. First, begin each passion with an action verb ending in ing, like living by the ocean. For example, when my life is ideal, I am living by the ocean. I am exercising daily. I am writing books for a living. And that's to avoid confusing your passions with goals. Goals are related to outcomes. Passions are related to process or related to how you want to live your life. For example, a passion could be reading books and a goal could be to read 1 book per month. The second thing to keep in mind when making your list is to think of your ideal life, not your possible life. Don't play small or play safe, and it's okay if your passion seems big and scary. Just don't censor your passions. But it's also possible that your passions are simple. Sometimes passions can be extravagant or sometimes they can be simple things. I'll give you a few examples of my passions. So I wrote spending time in nature, exercising, learning about metaphysics, making documentary films, helping people figure out their purpose and achieve their goals, living by the ocean, growing spiritually. So I'm not playing small, it's just that I really genuinely love simple things, but someone else may aspire to something more grandiose. What's important is to be true to yourself. And if you feel stuck, maybe you can ask yourself the following questions. What do you most love to do with your time? If you had only 1 year to live, what would you want to do and experience? When do you lose track of time? What topics do you love talking and reading about? What environments do you love to be in? What kind of social life or family life or romantic partnership do you want? Aim for 10 to 15 items on your list. So that's the first part. Next, you want to figure out your top 5 passions. To do that, you can compare the first item on your list with the second and then ask yourself, if I could only have one or the other, which one would I choose? Take the winner and then compare it to the following item on your list and so on. You need to place all the items on your list in order from the most important to the least important. That's the most challenging part of the passion test. So take your time, it's not easy to choose between our passions. And note that your passions will likely change over time. The author recommends doing the passion test every 6 months. Again, this step is all about clarity because when we're not clear about what we want, it's very difficult to get it. The second step is attention. The book says what you put your attention on grows stronger. Basically, you must give your attention to your top 5 passions for them to show up in your life. The first thing you can do is to write them down. I wrote mine on file cards and I think it's pretty convenient. And then just read them often. You could also create a vision board that represents your passions. But most importantly, we must make room for our passions in our lives, in our schedule. And we must take even small actions toward them. The book says the true purpose of actions is to stay focused on what you want. Action keeps the momentum going. For example, I don't really have time to make my first documentary film right now, but I can take a class on Skillshare or Udemy to start learning about filmmaking skills. So step 2 again is about attention. You can write down your passions, you can make a vision board, you can make sure to make room for them in your schedule and make them a priority in your life. And step 3 is no tension, which refers to flow. The book says that no tension is about embracing the co-creation process, which is that we have to do our part and we have to let the universe do its part. Our 2 jobs are 1, being in alignment, and 2, take aligned action. Being in alignment feels expansive. It's about enjoying the process and being happy now. It's about keeping our vibration high. I recently made a video about my vibrational hygiene routine to keep our vibe high daily. So I'm gonna link it somewhere on the screen and in the description below if you want to watch it. And a second thing that's very important if we want to stay in alignment or in a state of flow based on the book is to feel worthy or deserving of our dreams. There's an exercise in the book called the appreciation game. It's to write 5 things you appreciate about yourself every day. And you cannot write the same things you wrote the previous day. And then when we're aligned, it's easier to receive insights or inspiration about what's our next best step. And aligned action means acting on the insights and also doing what feels expansive. So step 3 again is no tension, and it's about being in alignment with your true self or with the universe or with life, being in a state of flow and taking aligned action. I think that if you do even just step 1, like identifying your top 5 passions, just that will be very helpful in creating a life you love. And if you don't have it yet, you can also grab the free guide, The Life Purpose Formula, the easiest way to figure out your purpose, your calling, your gifts, and how you can best contribute to the collective. It's very aligned with the passion test. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I appreciate it. I wish you a beautiful day and I'll see you next week.